Chukwuabiama Heritage Synagogue, a teaching program to set back to the roots.
Hello everyone, we welcome you to Chukwuabiama Heritage Quarter Hour, a teaching program of Chukwuabiama Heritage Synagogue of Onogu Mission. This is a Back to Roots program where we teach you about the restoration of our ancient heritage. I am Dr. Chukwuemeka Emenyonungene, the High Priest of Chukwuabiama Heritage Synagogue. You can visit us at Asa Umudi Village, Osisioma Local Government, through Obosisi Timber Markets, Orata. Our phone number is 08065335123. Our WhatsApp number is 07062227309. I take our WhatsApp number again, 07062227309. Hello, beautiful souls. Once again, I'm happy to be here and for us to discuss on these things that are affecting our life. Today, we'll be just talking about some test cases of life challenges. We'll be discussing some of the questions that people have asked, some text messages we received and some WhatsApp messages we received and calls. And one of the questions I want to discuss here is a young man asked some question, why are things not working for him? He has made effort over 6 times to travel abroad, but never worked. And most of this time, the people he had planned with succeeded in traveling. I also had a young lady who had this experience too, and that's what is happening. But for the case of this young man, when we looked in, there's something I discovered. I discovered that somewhere in his past life, that he made a vow that he had nothing to do with abroad. Then, when I told him that this is what I'm seeing, he said, how could you have done that? I said, well, there's some things, sometimes we talk without realizing that at every moment, your statement matters. The Christian Bible said that you'll be judged of every idle word that cometh from you. What this means is that everything you do or say is a covenant, it's an agreement you are making with life. There is no such thing as joke. Nature does not recognize anything as joke. When you utter anything, it becomes an empowering agreement that controls your tomorrow. That is how we weave our destiny. That is how we create our future. So when you make certain utterances, at the end of the day, it comes to haunt you. There are utterances you make that will come to haunt you in this life, while some may wait to the next lifetime to haunt you. There are utterances you make that benefit you. You don't even realize that, this thing I said yesterday have become beneficial. Or that this thing I said yesterday are now hurting me. Now, so we're saying about some of our words and its impact. There are words we use that we don't even know how powerful they become. There are words that are very catchy. They have high vibrations. Let's take an example for the man Job. Many people read about Job and his suffering. But when you read the story, realize that Job was a man who was conscious of offering sacrifices to protect his children. He was always afraid that his children will sin. And therefore, the vibrations he was sending out was not that of love, but that of fear, trying to protect his children. And so, the negativity he willed became his experience. And that's why it said that which I feared most have come upon me. That was the exclamation he made. And so, it is the reality we see in our life today. People go about making so many comments, either jokingly or seriously, without realizing the impact. It comes to haunt them now or in the future. And that was the case this young man had to face. He made some statements in the past that he has no business with Oyibo land. And so, having come now, he wants to travel. That one became a challenge, an obstacle. Like there's a saying that the accuser of the brethren, the spirit that is in charge of sowing and reaping brought to him that you said you have nothing to do with this place. So why are you going there? And that blocked the road. Now it took us a lot of time and to clear the energy created by that unconscious comment or thought. We cleared that through his ancestral altar, raised certain vibration that enabled him. And today, I think he's smiling where he is, because the last I heard of him was that he has traveled out. So these are things, what we're trying to say here, that there are comments in life, there are things to do. Nothing in life is ordinary. Don't ever take life for granted. Life is meant to be lived consciously. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, know that every action of today will determine tomorrow. Whatever experience you're going through today is a result of yesterday's action, whether you know it or not. That's why whenever you have any challenge, you come to us, we go through back, we make research to find out your antecedents. What happened? What gave life to this? When you think that somebody else is after you, that's number one lie, number one problem you have. Because nobody can come after you if you have not planted that seed. Whatsoever man soweth, more shall he reap. God is not mocked. It means that every thought, every action, every word is a seed that comes back for you to reap the benefit. So that was the situation of this young man. However, because we were able to interact with him, go back in time to discover what happened, he was able to be free. And that's, we thank God for it. Then another question we have, a young lady of about 42 years came over to our temple. And she asked this question: is it possible for somebody to grow up to that age without a man approaching her for friendship or marriage? Is it possible? If it's possible, what could be the reason behind it? When she said this, I saw the pains on her face. I felt the pain she has been going through. She had been seeing herself as unworthy, despite the beauty. When she asked me, she said, am I not beautiful enough? Why me? I asked her, what kind of dreams do you experience? Now she said that sometimes she sees herself in a bush. Sometimes she sees herself in the river. Sometimes she sees herself, somebody's pursuing her. I said, well, we're going to research to find out what happened. And in our course of research, we discovered that in an ancient past, she was a priestess to a deity. She was a spouse to that deity. And the agreement that she will never be married to any man. Just like today, you have people who are known or who are espoused to certain altars as priestesses. You call them sisters or nun or reverend mother. Now, once an agreement has been enacted, it becomes an empowering foundation that controls the future destiny of that person. You can see somebody who is a priest. In the next incarnation, marriage will not be possible except that agreement is altered. This is ọgbụgba ndụ njem ụwa. Ọ ya wa ọgba nje a na-ekwu okwu ya. Ọgbụgba ndụ ọ gbara n'ụwa mbụ, bịa jide ya n'ụwa kịta. So this lady became frustrated up to that point. Ya ka m gwara ya sị ya, nne na nna gị ha na-eme omenala ọsị mba na fa na-eje ụka. Nsị ya efugoni ya na ọnwụ na fa na-eme omenala na aka ajụ ese onye ka ewu mgbe a mụrụ gị. Ka ife bịara ịlụ n'elu ụwa, amata ife anyị bịara ịlụ, onwe ife ya egbochi gị. Enwe ike ebugharịa ọgbụgba ndụ gị. Ebugharịa ọgbụgba ndụ gị, ebugharịa ọ ya ihe akara igbochi, ihe a na-egbochi kịta aka ebugharị gị na nwata, onye egbochisi gị. Pete ebe ọ na-ebugharị ya na nwata, mgbe ọ na o jide ma o site adị ma ọ dịwa gboo, ka esite amezie ya. So as we are talking, ebidogo ọrụ ya, alụsịbeghị ya. But the simplicity of the matter is that na ya ebugharị ọgbụgba ndụ ahụ, that agreement, that covenant that was binding her, that kept her down, that made that spirit to drive away men from her. Then it will now begin to attract men to her so that she can now find happiness with a man. So that is how life works. Whatever agreement you have made in the past will always determine our present reality. And so there are certain people, they have quarrel all around, they have hatred all around, they have people, nothing they do is ever good. When they do anything good for anybody, it will become ill. Now, the answer lies in your root. The simplicity of life is that by researching about your root, which is your past life, who were you? Who did you hurt? What did you do? What agreement did you enter into? There is nobody who is perfect. In this life, we are here to improve upon yesterday. Whatever agreement you have gone into yesterday does not matter. You don't have to cry about it. I was discussing with somebody the other day. I asked him, what did John the Baptist do that Herod has to cut his head? When you go through the Bible of the Christian, you will not find anything he did. But for you to discover the secrets of what he did, there was a point that Jesus asked his disciples, who do men think I am? And some were saying you were this, you were that, you were that. Then they said, Peter said you are the Son of God. Now when they were saying you were this, you were that, they were pointing out that possibility that you are one of the prophets, showing that there's a possible for you to have been reincarnated. Then in another area, he was asked, teaching them something. And the apostle said, I think somewhere in Luke, he said, but they said these things will not come until Elijah come. He said, verily, Elijah has come, but people did not know. Then that place in bracket, he said, then they knew he was talking about John the Baptist. Because they said John the Baptist came with the spirit of Elijah. What this means is that John was Elijah reincarnated. The Bible said that God is not more. Whatsoever a man soweth, more shall he reap. Elijah killed the prophets of Baal. Inasmuch as he was doing the work of God, he had no right to hurt any soul. You don't fight for God. You don't kill for God. Allow God to take his vengeance. Now, having killed for God, the principle of creation that God is not more, that whatever you sow, you reap, abound. And so, he had to come back to pay that price. And then, when you also go back to the scripture, you find out that Jezebel swore that she will never rest until she has the head of Elijah on a plate. Now, the game came back to play. Herodias was Jezebel returned. And Herod was sent the king, and now John, the Elijah who had returned. And the daughter who came to dance was one of the prophets of Baal that was killed. Here, the game set, and there the young man did not do anything, but this lady danced, and the king said, anything you require. And he went to ask the mother. The mother said, give me the head of John the Baptist. Now, the head was given to her on a plate, just like she swore in her past incarnation as the woman she was then, that until she has the head, he said, on a plate, she had the head on a plate to complete that cycle. That whatever you sow, you reap. And that's how life is. So whatever we're going through today is a result of our past sowing. And that is the Obanje John the Baptist Jibiowa. Obubandu njemowa ya, wona oga abia kwa ụgwọ ihe o metara. It's as simple as that. That does not free the one who killed him. Maka na obu magala na mma, obu egbe gala na egbe. Ihe ọ na-emetara, ị ga-akwụ ụgwọ ya. Now, n'omenala Igbo, ihe a na-eme bụ achọpụta ọgbụgba ndụ onye ji gaje ọgwụgwọ nke gaje igbu ya, agwa ya ngwa na ihe a ga-eme ka akwụ ụgwọ ndụ ahụ ka ọ ghara iwezi ndụ gị, ewere anụmanụ gbara isi onye ahụ, werezi anụmanụ kwụọ ụgwọ ya. That's how life operates. And that's why when we told this woman, look at the agreement you made in the last life that gave rise to this, we were able to start the work, and the work is in progress as we are talking. Thank you. More so, ozi anyị na-ezi ọkwa na ego ka eji ezi ya. Anyị na-akpọku unu. We are asking for sponsors and support. Come to us, interact with us, join us to make this program a live affair. We'll be willing to take this program on a 1-hour program where we will have full discussion and interaction with you. And that will help to explain more issues and give people more time to reach us. The message you have been receiving has been coming from Chukwuabiama Heritage Synagogue of Onogu Mission. We are an incorporated traditional mission, African traditional mission, that teach you how to reconnect with your ancient past so that you can resolve the challenges of today, be it sickness, financial, marital, or whatsoever. You can reach us at Asa Umudi Village, which is at Osisioma local government, through Obosisi First Gates. Once you get there, ask anybody to take you to Chukwuabiama. They will bring you down. For questions and issues you don't understand or you may want to know, just call us or text us on 08065 335 08065335123. I take it once again. 08065335123. Our WhatsApp number is 07062227309. I take our WhatsApp number again. 07062227309. We look forward to hearing from you and you visiting us so that we can discuss issues affecting you in any capacity. We are very grateful for your attention. Thank you for listening. I am Dr. Chukwu Emeka Emenyonu Ngene, the High Priest of Chukwuabiama Heritage Synagogue.